I'm live. I'm live. Is there anyone out there? Hello world. Hello world. It says there's 11 people viewing. 3 on Facebook. 11 on the YouTubes. But nobody's commenting. Can't post comments to some destinations. Learn more. Oh, no. Corey's first. Hey, Corey. Hey, GPU test. Steve. Allow EE. I had to figure out what that is. Allow EE. Okay. James. Hey, nice surprise, Corey. It's a late surprise. It is. I'll tell you why I have to put spit on my watch in a second. It is now 4 p.m. I'm only going to be here for an hour tops. Hi from Insomnia from Chile. What time is it in Chile? Is it Jesus or Jesus? Is it? Because I know it's pronounced different ways. Hey, Greg. Hey, Pro Engineer. Hey, Matt. Ray. Conrad. Ramen. Jeez. Rune. Everyone's turning up. Aaron. Whacked Man's in the house. Whacked Man's always here. Whackman's already commented on my video. Whackman knows what I did knows what I did this morning. He's already commented on my video. Hey Dave, any idea what Mick from MickMake is up to? Yeah, he's been tweeting like crazy, and he's been making videos again. He just appeared on Superhouse TV. Yeah, he just appeared. So yeah, he's back. He's back doing stuff. Or like I'm subscribed to his channel, but I don't get notifications. So maybe I'm not. I don't know. Maybe it's I'm not signed up for notifications again. It's ditched me. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know what he's doing on his channel, but he's around. He's just. I was just commenting. I was just tweeting him just last night, I think. So yeah, he's on the Twitters. So I think he did an interview with well, kind of like just a hangout with Superhouse TV, and I think I haven't watched. I only watched a little section of it, but I think that's like all the stuff he's been up to. So if you've been wondering where he's been, then that's what, yeah, you'll have to watch that video. Hey, Jamie, long-time listener, follower from the Corner Garage days, yes. Oh, yes. Who remembers the workbench over the car bonnet? So desperate for space, 4 square meters. This is about, for those who don't know, this is probably, oh, no, this is pretty luxurious here. The distance between this bench over here and this one in front of me that has my streaming computer on it and the soldering irons and stuff. Yep, soldering irons and stuff. Yeah, this is a little bit wider. It's about, it's almost a meter there. It's almost a meter. It's probably 900, 950, something like that. And yeah, this was the entirety. But I didn't have this bench here. In the old lab, I wouldn't have had this bench. I only had a bench there and a bench behind me, and that was it. And it wasn't this long. This would have been luxurious. So yeah, the old lab. Down my last ice block. It looked bigger in video, yeah, because I put it always looks bigger in video. I've done a tour. There's a tour video of my old lab somewhere. Yep, those were simpler times. Yeah, didn't have kids back then. Much simpler. Enough room to swing a cat. Barely. Did I ever think about naming my son Indiana? It was discussed and vetoed. It was discussed and vetoed. Yep. Uh, yeah. That's a great video. Everyone should go watch that. Fran's video about the autonotom. I can never say that word. Autonotom? Autononom. Oh, God. Anyway, these were all the rage in like the 1800s and stuff. All these. Yeah, and it does this handwriting. It's an automaton. Automaton. I think I got it. Which does handwriting. It's brilliant. Great video. Wow. Wow. She probably could have done that in several parts. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Highly recommend everyone go watch it. Either pronunciation is okay. Jesus or Jesus. Jesus. Happy afternoon. Yes, it is. Sausage. 8 a.m. in Denmark. Oh, okay. It's 8 a.m. Oh, 8 a.m. in France. Perfect time for Europeans. Yeah. If I do the show at like 4 or 5 p.m. Sydney time, it's 11 p.m. in LA. Is it? Oh, well, that's still doable. Okay. So the east coast of the US is still doable. So east coast of the US and Europe is pretty good for in the afternoon. But yeah, the west coast of the US, nah, everyone's like, it'd be like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning or something. So half awake at 1 a.m. in Canada. Yeah. 2:30 a.m. in Chile. When will we get a video about guard voltage? Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that needs good examples though. Like either I'd have to sort of like bodge up a product that already has some guard rings in there or something, but it's something you can just do on the whiteboard and in a CAD package, but unless you actually physically I'd like to be able to like physically show, like physically demonstrate as well, which means I'd have to design a board and construct some sort of test into, you know. Yeah. Love the new workspace these days. Makes me jealous. Oh, yeah. Well, these days, I mean, I downsized. I did have 100 square meters. I've downsized back to 50 square meters because it saved me a metric shit ton of money. I was paying 40,000 a year. Or was it 50? 40. Yeah. Because the rent was 31,000. For my 100 square meter one I was renting when I had, when it was 3 of us. It was myself, Dave, and Suze, who did my packing and shipping stuff. That was, it was 100 square meters, but I was renting that place and it cost me 31,000 a year. That's just the base rent, but the outgoings pushed it up to 40,000. That was, you know, that's a fair hunk of cash, right? So, yeah. Have I done any research into the hybrid inverters which can blend grid plus invert? No, I haven't. No, I have not. Somebody tweeted me last night, was it? On Twitter about the Enphase microinverters and how they apparently chew like 20 VA or something like that at night when they're in standby. Like the data sheet, like on the Enphase website, it only says 2 watts. It doesn't say VA, right? So it like, yeah. So I asked Enphase, and I'll see if I get a response out of them. But yeah, that's pretty piss poor if it is. I didn't think about it because at the time I did ask Enphase what their standby power of their microinverters was, and yeah, they must have said, oh, it's only 2 watts, it's only a watt or two, and I went, oh yeah, fine, you know, even though I've got like 20, I've got 14 of them, you know, I just thought, okay, like, you know, if it's just a watt or two tops, then that's fine, and I didn't think about VA. I should have, but I don't pay for VA, but you know. But that's not the point, really. I mean, it's, you know, it's the principle of the thing. What is the other Dave doing? Keep in touch. Last I heard, he was still doing his own consulting thing. I don't know who his clients were. Oh, no, we haven't caught up. No, I have to catch up. Oh, we were going to catch up, but then, I don't know, something happened. COVID, probably. So no, I haven't heard from him for a while. So I should do a catch up. Sorry, I have to drink a lot because this is where I've been today. I've been to True Grit. I just did a 10-kilometer obstacle race. I still got my wristbands on. Still got my wristbands. And I haven't showered. So you can probably see. Is there any mud on my face? Yeah, there's mud. Oh, there's some at the top. There's some mud at the top. So yeah, I bet you my legs are still muddy. Like I put my old jeans on. So yeah. Look, still muddy. It's all mud. It's all mud. Check it out. But no, these jeans need a wash anyway, so they were, yeah, it's not like I put it, yeah, I just didn't bother showering after the obstacle race. I just toweled myself off and came back. Oh, it's Def Bomb in the house. Def Bomb's in the house. Well, this is new. What is new? Mud? Or shots of my leg, shots of my hairy leg. Are those socks clean? Yes, I do have clean socks. I do have clean socks, but no, they've not gone through the washing machine yet. I'm going to put them on their own cycle. Yes, big kids playing in the mud. Yep, you bet. You bet. Although it's not really, it's not traditionally a mud event, although it has the Muddy Mile, as it's called, where you have to trudge for a mile through mud. But that being said, normally all the rest of the course is not muddy, right? So it's not known as, a really muddy event where you're supposed to get, muddy, unless you're, but yeah, but it was, because it was 5 meters underwater. It got hit by the Sydney floods. It was 5 meters underwater, and just a lot of stuff there was just so boggy. It's been a couple of months since that happened, but a lot of it, it was way boggier than previous years. That's for sure. I've done at least 5 because I got my 5th. I got my silver medal for 5 going through 5 True Grit events. So yeah, it was it was 13 degrees when I got there. By the time I got out, it was like I go, oh, what the hell did I bring jeans for? It was like 21 degrees or something. Jeez, it was really warm. Dave, I can usually follow your Aussie slang okay, but can you elaborate on the whole Polly put the kettle on thing? Noticed in a couple of recent videos. Yeah, I've been saying that for donkey's years. When you, which is, that is a Polly put the kettle on capacitor. I haven't finished the video. I haven't finished the video yet, but I tore apart those foldy caps, and it's really interesting. It's really interesting. I could show you. Who wants to see? Who wants a sneak peek? Anyway, the phrase "Polly put the kettle on." Polly put the kettle on is a it's a kids nursery rhyme thing. I don't even think it's Australian. I think it's UK or something. And it's Polly put the kettle on or something. I can't really, but yeah. So of course these caps, when you say film caps, they can be these ones are polypropylene. You can get polyethylene. You can get polyester. You can get polycarbonate. These are polypropylenes. So you can get polycarbonate, polyester, polyethylene. There's like 5 different types of poly. That's why I say, when I talk about just caps in general, like if it's a film, it's a poly cap. It's a Polly put the kettle on cap because you don't know what, It just, you know, it's one of the 5 or half a dozen different types of poly. So there you go. Yep, spoiler. People want spoilers. Jim wants spoilers. Everyone wants spoilers. Spoilers. All right. We'll see what I can do. Let's get rid of the comment. I'll swap cameras. I have the tools. I have the talent. Watch this. Watch this. Boom. Boom. Now, I'm going to turn my light on here. I've got a light. So, let me turn that bar at the top off. That's just my screen capture. Now, so this here, well, sorry, I'll turn it off. This is just the inside. Actually, that one's still got some layers. That one will still have some layers left on it because I haven't fully, well, focus you bastard. No, magnification's too much. It's not going to focus. Yeah, that one's still got some layers. Anyway, this was one of the faulty ones. I had 2 faulty ones. So I tore apart a brand new one, which is a different brand. These are a UTX brand. And they were both identical. So one of them failed in a Corsair power supply, and one of them failed in that heater that I got. So they were actually potted, but the potting's mostly on the outside, okay? And let me get, okay, so this is a good one. So I tore apart a good one as a control, okay? And this is what, here's where I have to turn a backing light on, okay? Here's where, this is a good one, okay? So there's actually 2 metal layers in there, right? And you can probably see, you can probably see, right, where there's always a gap, like between, so that the layers don't, you know, short out on the edge of the film or whatever. And this is actually, often they give you that spec in the data sheet sometimes, or at least they do show it. And the reason it's like all ripped like this is because it's really hard to unroll these things from the former inside. But anyway, right, fairly consistent, right? So this is a good one, right? So this is a good strip, which I took apart, right? So that is a good capacitor. So it's all intact. Now, here is, I think this one is the heater one. So this one is half capacitance, okay? So it's half that. Look at this. Look at this. This is really fascinating. Look at this. Now, I'm not 100% sure because I'm going to have to phone a friend on this one. I do actually have a capacitor expert, highly regarded capacitor expert. So I can, I was going to edit the video together because I've shot the video. I was going to edit the video together and then show it to him and maybe get him on a Skype call or something and see if he can comment on it. But there's this giant crack all the way through, and there's hardly any of the material left. And sometimes you'll see like big holes in it like that, right? And that's what I was expecting. I was expecting holes like this, right? I was expecting big puncture marks because when you get a surge on these caps, oh, sorry, yeah, the light in here is terrible. I didn't turn on the lights. What happens is it punches through the material and forms a little short, but then it forms a plasma arc, which then like a little heated up plasma, which then vaporizes the metallization layer on the polycarbonate film in here, and then it just blows it back open. So this is why it's these caps are self-healing. Okay, is because, yeah, so I expected blowholes, but I did not expect this giant wiggly yeah thing all the way down. And so that's the one that lost half the capacitance, and this one, or have I got it back to front? This one lost 90%. No, I think I have it back to front. That was the one that lost 90%. That's why you saw it didn't have much metal. Okay, this one, oh no, this could be it. I can't remember precisely. Okay, but this one, check out this one, right? It's got those squiggly things. If anyone knows what the heck these oh, hang on. Yeah, if anyone knows what the hell these squiggly things, that is interesting. It might just be right along the middle like that. Yeah, I don't know, right? Whether or not it's copped a lightning strike, but like it's got these squiggle lines all the way through the middle. And you can see, like, this is supposed to be, and this one I think only has 10% of the capacitance left, right? And this is supposed to be the other metal layer. Like, it's a wonder it's got any capacitance at all, right? It's nuts. It is absolutely nuts. And so they manufacture it as a film like this, right? But that's actually got 2 metal layers in there and polycarbonate film either side, right? So and plus polycarb in the middle as well. So it's got I believe it's got polycarb in the middle, metal layer top and bottom, or I don't know, it might have an extra layer or something in there. But yeah, isn't that fascinating? So, but what I need though, what I need really is this brand of capacitor, brand new, right? I need one of those brand new just to, you know, take it apart. And like, I don't know if it's something that I tore it apart and I tore it apart wrong or something compared to the other one, which is a suntan brand. But you saw it, right? The other film was perfect. This one is just a look. I mean, what? So there you go, right? So I've shot footage of this, but I haven't edited the video yet. But there you go. XJet, it's been incapacitated. Oh, I wish I thought of that. I wish I'd thought of that one. Hang on, I'm gonna have to switch back cameras. Right, so yeah. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Hello, camera. Let's cross this one off your list. Windows is continuously improving and updates are a normal part of keeping it running smoothly. The next update is ready for you. So tell us when you'd like to restart your computer. Restart now, pick a time, or remind me tomorrow. How about F off? Is that an option? Why is that not an option? Why is that not an option? Anyway, I'm back. It's been incapacitated. I might have to use... Sorry, Bruce, if I steal that one. I haven't finished the video yet. I've shot the teardown of those. I just think it's fascinating. So there you go. But I want to make sure, you know, unfortunately, like I would love to get a control version of the one that's failed though. So that's the UTX one. Does this camera focus? No. Anyway, you saw it, right? Yeah, I'd love to get one of those. I might try and source one so that I can actually crack one open. Because and it does actually split. The film, like, I did get it in a place or two to actually separate. I can't remember where. I've got, like, my bench is just a mess of of shard, of just capacitor crap, right? So, yeah. It's going to be a viral video, you reckon? Oh, I don't know. You know, it has to have like an awesome thumbnail. It's got to have like an intro. I might try and add, I've only done this once or twice, like add that, you know, wow factor in the first 10 seconds, like, whoa, look at this. And then you've got to wait 10 minutes before you get that in the video. But yeah, it was like it was vaporized or something. I don't know what. But I'm surprised it had because one of them had, it's a 220N cap, and one of them had 10 nanofarads. So it had lost over, and no, it had 20. So it had lost 90%, order of magnitude drop in its capacitance. But I'm stunned it still had any. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know anyone, you know, what would be a good title, what would be a good, that would generate the clicks. But yeah, I want to put some more work into it. So I want to actually contact, I've actually got 2 contacts in the capacitor industry. So I might try and get one of them on to see if they can confirm that that's what it looks like, right? Because I just don't have enough data, right? Like I could do the video, I could release it right now, and yeah, I could just go, wow, look what happened. But it'd be nice to get an expert opinion on that, somebody who's obviously analysed, working at companies who've analysed this sort of stuff before. Yeah, I can't believe what happened next. Yes, Bruce. I opened this capacitor and I can't believe what happened next. Yep, I just suck at viral stuff, so I don't know. So I want to try and keep it short, but I've got a lot of footage, like, because I recorded like all of it of me and bloody unwinding these things. They go for a long time. I mean, well, that's just part of it, right? And they're really difficult to rip open, and they tear on the sides as well, because like you can't, as I said, you can't get them out of the plastic encapsulated potted thing very well, and then it's all, some of the potting's in the side, and then it just sticks and it tears, and it's really annoying. That's why I opened a control one first, just to make sure that, like a brand new one, just to make sure that I could just open them. And it turns out you can, but it's messy. But yeah, you can definitely do it. Try to repair the layers and put it back together. Unfortunately, I never found out how they make contact with the pins on the edge, because that was embedded in the potting, and I tried to get a few close-up shots of it, and it's just, I think it's like all the way along the film. I think all of one side of the film comes out to one pin, right? So it comes out to one. So if this is the pin here, this film, but it doesn't wrap around. I expected maybe there'd be the air starter end of the film or something. There'd be a wrap that just went around the pin, and that metallization wrap made contact with the pin, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It seems to be some conductive glue or something in there holding the pins on. I don't know. That's why I'd like another expert opinion. Should do a teardown with a reefer cap. Yeah, a new one and blowing up one. Yeah, because you can still buy them, apparently. And they're still, but they're not Polly put the kettle on caps. They're actually paper, aren't they? Reefer ones. And they still do make them. Unbelievable. The title it, The Return to Reefer Madness. I would like to. Smoking a reefer. Yeah, smoking a reefer, demonetized. For those who don't know, reefer is the Reefer Madness thing. It's REEF. Reefer Madness was was it a propaganda film? Like in the 50s or something? 50s or 60s? Was it a propaganda? Like it was a government propaganda film or something designed to teach the young kiddies of the 60s or something the danger of smoking pot. It'd turn you into some mad zombie or something. I don't know. Something like that. That's where it comes from. No, Max, I did not see your email about the Wang computer, but then again, I haven't checked my email today, so if it was sent today, I haven't looked. Hopefully it hasn't ended up in my spam box. I did have a lot of problem for a couple of months there with Gmail spam. It was always been perfect, and then it went to crap. And every second or third genuine email was going to my spam folder, and then you hit not spam, and it wouldn't learn. It wouldn't like whitelist that email or that company or that domain or like. Oh my God! But it seems to have fixed itself now, and other people had said they saw the same thing. Somebody they got the work experience kitty in at Gmail, and yeah, they busted some code. Foiled again. Yes, I thought it was paper. Reefer is metallized paper. Yeah. That's why, don't they just like dry out? Or do they get moisture in them? No, they get moisture in them, don't they? Because they're hermetically sealed to keep the moisture out. And when the moisture gets in, it forms a conductive layer, actually between the two metal layers, and it just magic smoke escapes. Yeah. Can I take a look at Everyday Robots? It was a Google robotics company that recently graduated. What's graduated mean? Spun off from Google or something? No idea. Not really into that sort of thing. Am I suffering Chipageddon? But then again, no, because I'm not actually making anything. Although, no, my meters are very delayed due to, or they have been. My meters have been very delayed due to the Chipageddon. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, with clone STM chips, really? Really? People are getting desperate, huh? Or they're getting shafted on the grey market. Yeah, multi-layer ceramic SMD caps on portable instruments, especially for active filters, they're horrible. Especially the high dielectrics, you know, the Wi-Fi-U, you know, the Wi-Fi-U crap dielectric, or like awful, awful. The only reason you'd use them if you need bulk decoupling capacitance and you don't care about anything else. If you're using them for active filters, no, they're horrible. I can remember designing a 24-bit Delta Sigma, which needed a sampling cap. Oh, by the way, I wore on the trip today the venerable Casio F91W, and it's upside down. All the electrons are going to fall out, and it did actually survive. Mrs. EEVblog though reckoned it wouldn't. No, camera shit. That's that new one I did a review of. It's just as shit as the. I thought it was good. No, I updated the firmware in it. Now it's crap. Oh, it's only 4:30. Anyway, yeah, active filters. Delta Sigma, 24-bit Delta Sigma converter. And back then, you know, caps. And no, we had to use the highest we could get at the time. I don't know what it's like these days. Could somebody do a check? What is the highest NPO cap available? So with no temperature coefficient. What's the highest value? I think back then, no, it wasn't even 2.2. I think we needed 2.2. And we had to put multiple ones in parallel. And they were so expensive to get. Yeah, because we were, you know, they were doing sampling and filtering and stuff, and it was very expensive. Yeah, don't use, like, watch what dielectric you use for, yeah, because they're just awful. Like the real, you know, how else can you get what some of them, like a, you know, 47 or 100 microfarads in like 0603 or 0805 or something? It's insane. But they're horrible. They're awful. And they're awful with voltage as well. Oh God, no! Do not use them in your active filters. It's not just the fact that they're horrible with temperature and other stuff. They're horrible with voltage as well. They're so non-linear. My God. Yeah, don't use them for active filters. Oh, what's this? Would you like to visit Mr. Lurch's retro computer fair in Canberra? When's that on? I just came back from Canberra. Just did a trip to Canberra. Send me details. Mr. Lurch's retro computer fair. Send me an email, please. David@eevblog.com. Yeah, your appointment for the doctor ended up in your spam folder. Yeah, it was just awful. Yes, that's what we were choosing for the geophysical instruments. We had to use NPO caps. Yep. So yeah, stable, and you know, stable with voltage and temperature as well. Plastics absorb moisture. I'll have to consult my textbook. I do believe they do. I do actually have a textbook called Know Your Plastics. Know Your Plastics. It's in one of my boxes somewhere. Gallium nitride transistors. Don't know too much about them. Haven't used them. COG. Yes. Yeah, sorry. I'm not MPO, yes. COG, dielectric, if you want consistency. Yes. Yes. Don Pierce? Don E. Pierce? Oh, have you got a YouTube channel? Everyone check out Don's YouTube channel. It looks like it. He's got the YouTubey symbol. Oh, you have to get the special PCB with dielectric constants. Yeah, only if you, turn that light off. Only if it's non-critical. I don't need my microscope on anymore. Usually we didn't have to. Well, for some other things we had to, but not for the 24-bit delta sigma converters. We didn't. But for other stuff, yeah, we've had to use special dielectrics. I don't think I have a video about current feedback amplifiers. I mentioned them somewhere in a video, but no, there's no dedicated video. What do you do? I'm sure somebody can help out Aditya. 1500 watt Class D amp for your subwoofer. Class D schematic. What do I do? I'm totally new to this stuff. Try to look for app notes. I would try and use the parametric search for like Class D amplifier chips. Oh no, but yeah, but you wouldn't get a chippy that goes up to 15. But you probably get a Class D controller chip. I would imagine. I don't know. I've never designed a Class D amp. So yeah, but I'd imagine that you get a Class D controller chip. You can get ones with like the built-in, all the the power, the actual power transistors built in, and they're heat sinked and everything. But no, you could probably get a Class D amplifier controller, I would imagine, and then they would have app notes in there. Surely, yeah, that's what that'd be my first guess. Retro Computer Fair, Saturday, 23rd of July. Oh, July, it's June. 23rd of July at 12:30, Canberra Gordon Community Centre. I just went to Canberra, though. I just went. Maybe I could tee it up with something else. XJet asks, anyone else here have an EE8 or EE20 Philips Electronic Engineer kit set when they were a kid? No, I didn't. It was Tandy kits. I'd never heard about those because I had never seen those in the magazines here, right? Being in Australia. No, I just didn't. We just never had them. Our stores didn't carry the Philips electronic kits. I don't know, was it a US thing? Yeah, but I've heard quite a few people who were raised on the Philips Electronic Engineer kit sets. They had overlays, didn't they? I think they had overlays that were they spring terminals or not? But I think they had overlays that went over the board. Am I right? Ask on the forum. Yes, ask. Step 2, ask on or step 1A, ask on the EEVblog forum. Yes. Yes, ask in the design section of the EEVblog forum. Someone will help you out. Someone will know. Guaranteed. Fundamental Fridays and BJT apps. Yeah, probably. Yep. I'm currently quarter of the way through my AC Fundamentals series. Yes, I'm sure Alan did a very good one on BJTs. I think Signal Path has done one on BJT amps as well. But I think he copped a bit of flack over that one. I can't remember why. That was a long time ago. It was one of his early videos, but he's done one on BJT amps too. Which I thought was pretty good at the time. But I think people nitpicked it or something. As they do on the internet. Why would you care about Hashad, why would you care about my opinion on abortion rights? Why would anyone care? You had the Maplin. You had the Maplin 100 in one, then the Radio Shack 200 in one later, and I had pilfered the parts from the prior one. Yeah, I pilfered my 200 in one. I'm sure I've shown it in one of my videos, maybe when I was playing with Sagan. Yeah, let me... I saw it pop up on eBay. I couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. I haven't done a video on it yet. Look. Science Fair 50 in 1. Wow. That was before the Tandy branding. So, that was my first one. It wasn't this exact one because the branding's different. I don't remember this branding, and I'm pretty sure it had Tandy branding at the time. Yeah, no, this is definitely... this is way older than my one. This is way older. Let me show you. How much time have we got left? 15 minutes. Got there. Oh, God. So, somebody's at a play with a transformer on the end of a earphone. Oh, no, the lamp fell out. Don't you hate it when your lamp falls out? Oh, something else fell out, but there it is. Yeah, this is definitely not... Oh, the control fell off. Oh, no. No. There it is over there. Tuning control. Ah, it's a Greek tragedy. There it is. There it is. Yeah, this is definitely predates my one, but I had the 50 in 1. I don't know what happened to my 50 in 1 kit. I no longer have it, but I still have my 200 in 1. I don't know what happened to my 150 in 1 because I started out with the 50 in 1. I went to the 150 in 1, and then I went to the 200 in 1. But yeah, this is like a 70s, like early 70s one, maybe, because I definitely, it's very different to mine. So you want to see the bottom? There they are. It's just cardboard with wires. And but I thought, I'll probably do like a little video on that. Looking at some retro stuff, but that's pretty groovy. That's in original box. I couldn't resist. It showed up on eBay. I think I had a search term for it. And manufactured in Japan. Manufactured in Japan. Wow. Don't know if my one didn't say manufactured in Japan. Science Fair Division of Tandy Corp, Fort Worth, Texas. So, yeah, I don't know if... So, I got this from I'm pretty sure I got it from an Australian seller. So, I think that's like the American version, because everything here, from my memory, from like the mid-70s, which is where my memory sort of starts, was all Tandy branded. I did work experience at Tandy when I was in year 10. When I was in year 10, I was 15 years old, and I did work experience. No, I might have been 14 at the time, because I turned 15 when I was in year 10. So I might have been 14 at the time, and I did work experience at the Tandy factory, which wasn't too far from my home at the time. I used to cycle there all the time. I used to actually ride my bike there, and because the Tandy factory, it was where they did all their servicing and everything too, but it was their main headquarters. And they used to have a shop there as well. They used to have a shop front, and they had a back room in the shop front that had all of the discarded products, all the products that they evaluated but they decided not to sell, and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. It was really good. I got a lot of weird shit from the Tandy, the main warehouse. Main warehouse at Mount Druitt. Yep, that was, geez, yes. Although it wasn't Tandy, it's Intertan. Intertan Australia was the parent company, and that's, Anyway, yeah, that was cool. I did work experience there in the repair department, working on Model 3s, Tandy Model 3s, Model 4s. I was doing repairs and alignments on the disk drives, on the floppy disk drives in Model 3s and Model 4s. I think Model 4 was the latest at the time that they were repairing there. I don't remember, like, because they obviously had some of the Tandy color computers and stuff, but I don't ever remember seeing any of the Tandy color computers because they just didn't fail, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Your first job was while at school was at Tricky Dickie's in York Street. Oh, Silicon Alley. Wow, Jim. I wonder if I would have seen you there. I often took the train into the city. You know, that'd be a big day out for me. You know, as a teenager, I'd take the train into the city on my own, and I'd go down Silicon Alley in York Street. I bought my first oscilloscope from David Reed's in where was it? David Reed's? Yeah, it was David. Was David Reed in York Street? Who was it? Yes, David Reed, wasn't it? So someone's going to tell me. Bruce also remembers Dick Smith in York Street. Yeah, there was J Car. Yeah, there was J Car, Tandy, Dick Smith, and David Reed's. There was 4 shops, and they were almost next door. Yeah, yes, yep. David Reed. There was 4 of them. They were almost next door to each other. Yep, that was Tricky Dickie's. No, no. David Reed's is Dick Smith. Tricky Dickie's is Dick Smith. David Reed, yeah, David Reed. Electronics, yep. And I can remember because they used to resell, I think it was David Reed's who used to sell Altronics kits. And my Altronics oscilloscope kit was sold in there. And I used to go in there all the time and I'd see people buying the kit. And then they go, the guy who designed it's over there, talk to him. So I had chats to people who were buying my kit. In David, I'm pretty sure that was David Reed's. Although no. Did JK have it? Oh, can't no, because it was an Altronics kit. And David Reed sold Altronics kits. Yeah, must have been David Reed. Yep. Yeah, and you used to have to go down the big stairway. It was underground. It's great. Oh, man. Yep. Before it was in York Street. Who remembers Sheridan? Who remembers Sheridan Electronics? Mike Sheridan. Who remembers Mike Sheridan? Am I the only one? They were at Redfern? I think they were at Redfern. And I've got a bonus question. You win the internet. You win part of the internet if you remember Sheridan Electronics in, I think it was Redfern. Yes, Jim remembers Sheridan. Okay. Do you remember where they moved to after Redfern and who ran it? You win the internet if you can name the person who ran Sheridan Electronics and where they moved to. They shut up shop in Redfern because a mate of mine bought all of his chips, all of his stock. He's probably still got them. Like all of his 7.4 series chips and stuff. Come on. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who remembers where Sheridan Electronics moved to? And I was so excited because they moved closer to me out in the western suburbs. Nope. Isn't Wes. Come on. Nobody. Bueller. Jim's probably the only one that might know. No, it wasn't Wes. Oh, you're talking about Wes Components or no, Wes. It was I'll tell you the answer. It was that. No, it was his son. David. No, they didn't move to Rudy Hill. They moved to Blacktown. It wasn't on Main Street. It was slightly off Main Street. I can't remember the exact street, but it moved to Blacktown. So for me, that was a bus ride or a train or a much shorter train ride. They moved to Blacktown, and it was run by his son, David Sheridan. And I can remember having quite a few chats with David Sheridan. And when he moved to Blacktown, he went, "Oh, this is a huge mistake." Like, I can remember him saying, you know, before when we were at Redfern, we were, you know, bringing in money hand over fist. Now I'm handing over money for rent by moving Sheridan Electronics out to Blacktown. And yeah, his son, David Sheridan. I wonder what he's doing these days. He'd probably be 10, 15 years older than me. David, his son, David Sheridan. So, yes, now Jim remembers. Yeah, they moved to Blacktown. Sheridan Electronics moved to... They didn't last long. They lasted maybe 9 months. I bought tons of stuff from there, but I can remember I bought a surplus computer. I bought an NEC APC 4. I'm sure I got that right. NEC APC 4. They had this surplus computer. I think it was the APC 4. It's even got its own Wikipedia page, the APC 4. NEC APC 3 were international versions from Japanese NC 5200s. So yeah, I bought an NEC APC 4. I can't remember how much it was, but I remember I kept it for maybe 6 months. NEC APC 4, APC that was released in 1986, was an IBM AT clone. Okay, maybe I got a 3. Maybe I got the 3. Anyway, the NEC APC 3, and then I sold it in the trading post for a couple $100 profit. Yeah, I don't think David Sheridan knew what he had there. So, but I knew. I went, whoa, that's cheap. You know, he had this like surplus, beat up NEC APC computer there. And I went, yeah, I'll take that. Hauled it home on the bus. And then sold it. I sold it in the trading post. Back when you could buy computers in the trading post. Oh my goodness, which is a newspaper for those who don't know. It's an old-fashioned newspaper which was just classified ads. Everyone just waited. You know, this is before the internet. Everyone, yeah, you would buy the trading post, and that's how you bought stuff. And stuff, and you had to get it. You had to go there early in the morning, get the trading post. You'd flick through, so you find oscilloscopes, you'd find computers and stuff like that, and you'd have to phone up straight away. Otherwise, it'd be gone in 5 minutes. Yeah, hold it for me. I'll be right there. You know. Yeah, I'm half an hour. I remember I tried to get a micro B once. Tried to get it. Oh yeah, I have to go. Last story. I tried to get a micro B once out of the trading post. And I didn't have a car. So I had my old man drive me. It was like halfway across Sydney, you know, and he's going, what the fuck? You know, he's just, I don't know. But he didn't know anything about my hobbies or my computers. Anyway, he drove me out there. And yeah, so I said, like, hold it for me. I'm like half an hour away or something. So he drove across Sydney, and when I turned up to his door, knocked on the door. Oh, I'm here for I'm Dave. I'm here for the, here for the micro B computer. Nah, just sold it. Bastard. MSA is finally catching me live. Hello, NSA. MSA. Yep. Oatly, yeah. Oatly Electronics used to sell a lot of surplus laser. Yep. Oh. I don't remember kit parts. Nope. That doesn't ring a bell. Great trip down memory lane. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, yeah, very cool. Yep, sorry guys, I gotta go. It is movie time. It's now 5 to 5 p.m. here on a Saturday. And it's movie night. Don't know what we're gonna watch. I'm trying to convince both myself and Mrs. EEVblog are both trying to get the kids to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Start with the original one, and then, you know, the modern one, I thought the modern one was okay. But yeah, and they go, don't want to watch it, but they're totally into, you know, the superhero genre. I don't know why they don't want Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe they just don't like the name. But yeah, I think we might force them to watch that tonight. No, no. Australia, no. Elsewhere, more popular in Australia, no. Electronics was not popular here. I'm always envious of the stories of the surplus places you guys had. Although, you know, we had Sheridan's and Oatley did sell some stuff as well and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we were a bit spoiled back in the heyday in the 70s and early, but by mid 80s it was, you know, it was starting to go by 1990. They did try with the Dick Smith Powerhouse. That was the idea of the Dick Smith Powerhouse, and they advertised in the magazines that, you know, oh, come in here and we'll teach you how to solder. And they had soldering setups and they had real extensive, you know, but yeah, no, it didn't last very long. Yeah, but it was all over by 1990, early 90s, something like that, you know. But no, we still have JCar and Altronics as well. Is Oatley still going? Don't know. Anyway, no, we do have Oatley, and I do have JCar. You know, I just stone's throw from here is my JCar store. So, you know, you can still go to the component bins. You can still get 7.4 series ICs out of the cabinets from behind the counter and stuff, you know. Yeah. Used to go to Maplin, South End. That was a bit of a drive to get there. He lived in Kent. They're talking history. We used to have electronic stores too. Yeah, but yeah, you had to. But look, I mean, the heyday was the late 70s, early to mid 80s, early to mid. You know, by the end of the 80s, it was sort of starting to die, and by 90s, I mean, you know, the web came around in 93, didn't it? 93, like, you know, and it was just like, it was just all over. Kids had more, you know, and the personal computers came in, and personal computers became big, and then any technical minded kid got into personal computers instead of hobby electronics, which is really annoying, you know, but that's just the way it went. Anyway, yep, I have to go. It's oh, you have bugger all for electronics components. Amazon, yeah. XJet blames it all on microprocessors. Yeah. Yes. Although you couldn't get really affordable microcontrollers. You couldn't really get affordable microcontrollers until early to mid 90s. Like before that, like PIC was the first, like one of the first affordable ones, and then there was the basic stamp and stuff like that. But yeah, like before that, it'd cost you like $1,000 or something for a microcontroller kit, you know, and you had to be a business to order one or something. And it was, yeah, yes, the 80s was the peak of hobby electronics. Yep. So I'm glad I was there to partake. Yep. Yeah, the PICs were the start. PICs were the start of the cheap MCUs. Yep. Definitely. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining me for the brief hour. Got to go home. Watch movies with the family. Catch you next time.